Don't be shy. I did. That's all. Wow. I thought of all the things that I could do with all that money. I feel that when I stumbled upon this career 33 years ago, I hit the lottery. Not in terms of money, but in terms of how many people applied for this job, which was about 8,000 when I got hired, and to see how many were selected, less than 100. Yes, it felt like winning the lottery for me. Yes, many applied, but few are chosen. 97. You were the chosen few. Not only were you one of 33 recruits that started the academy, the 23 of you sitting here today were able to make it through 18 grueling weeks of long days and short nights. For that, you should be very proud. I know that I am very proud of you. According to the National Endowment for Financial Education, 70% of lottery winners end up broke, and a third go on to declare bankruptcy. I always think, how in the world can that be? So today I want to talk about how you can make the most of your lottery money. The advice that I'm going to give you applies mostly to once you're off probation, because it will be fairly easy to do the things I'm suggesting while you're on probation, because you will be evaluated daily and tested yearly. So what I'm hoping to do is set you up for success for the next 20 to 30 years that you will be a San Diego firefighter. I think the biggest thing is knowing and appreciating your position. Always treat your position as if it were special, because it is. It is something that you worked for very hard. You were called to do this work. And sometimes this work can be thankless. While we wish every day would be filled with real action, like on TV, not every day will be. There can be a lot of downtime as you wait for those tones to ring. The good thing is, there are plenty of things for you to do while you await those tones to go off. I want to share something with you that was shared with me by one of the fire chiefs that I had the good fortune to know and work with. Chief Robert Osby told me very early in my career to study something for 1 hour a day at least, every day that I worked. I promoted 4 times: engineer, captain, battalion chief, and finally deputy chief. I didn't do that by sitting in the lounge chair. So I'll pass that challenge on to you. Now, I'm not suggesting that all of you will want to promote to those levels. What I'm saying is, whatever position you are in, you work hard in that position. I know firefighters that never promoted, that could have, but they were the best firefighters they could be, meaning they continued learning. This job is ever changing. With increased technology, there are always new things to learn. Learn them. Becoming lazy and complacent is unacceptable in this field. Mediocrity can get you or someone else injured, or even worse, killed. The next piece of advice I'll give you is if you see a job, do a job. If not you, then who? Don't wait for someone else to do it, because unfortunately, your mom doesn't. You are the one. Police yourself, be responsible. You know how to do it, because you just did it for 18 weeks. You probably thought you were just learning how to be good firefighters, but you were also learning how to be good human beings. And that goes for on and off the job, even when no one is watching. The citizens of San Diego deserve your very best. You're a public servant now, which is a position of public trust. There were some character traits that Chief Stoll was looking for when he selected you. Fire service leaders realized a long time ago that we could train anybody to physically do this job. However, we need firefighters to have the right values. Integrity, honesty, and respect are obvious traits that he was looking for and found in you. Compassion and empathy are 2 more that I want to touch on. Try not to judge people by their environment or situation. It is not our job to judge them. It is our job to treat them with compassion. You don't know their situation. No one grows up aspiring to be homeless. Life happens to people, and not all homeless people are what you think. Some of them fought for our country. Many of them saw and did things that no one should have to do or witness. We don't know their life story. That's just one example. My advice is that if you treat people the way you want someone to treat you or your beloved family members, then you can never go wrong. Positive energy is contagious. Unfortunately, so is negative energy. We would hope that positive energy is what you will find when you go into fire stations, but realistically, sometimes it's not. You need to match. You don't need to match negative energy. Be your own person. You can do that even on probation. Be a leader, because all of you are. Remember how you feel tonight whenever you feel unsure. Almost done. Next, I want to talk to you about mental health. Firefighting, while very rewarding, is a hard job. You're going to see things that you can't unsee. It's okay not to feel okay. It is also okay to talk about when you're not feeling okay. There's so many more resources now than when I started. You never need to feel embarrassed or weak because you feel not okay. Families and friends in the audience, this is where I'm going to ask you for help. If your firefighter is exhibiting behaviors that are unlike them or seem out of the ordinary, such as signs of withdrawal, not sleeping, sleeping too much, lacking energy, excessive drinking, these can all be signs that they need help. Please encourage them to seek assistance. The Fire Relief Association is one of the first places to turn. I am a trustee there, and we treat you and your loved ones with special care. We want to see you make this a long career, and you can only do that by being mindful and practicing self-care. Sorry, I get emotional about that. I feel like I need to talk about setbacks, because there could be some. Please, please, please embrace the curveballs that are thrown your way. You have the choice to be mad, sad, discouraged, or you can pick yourself up and see what positive can come from your experience. In November of 2012, 3 years before retirement for me, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Really? I must admit, that diagnosis hit me like a ton of bricks. But after feeling sorry for myself for a couple of days, I prayed and I asked God to show me my purpose in this. I survived breast cancer, and in that role as a survivor, I had a unique opportunity to be a spokesperson for Susan G. Komen. Being their honorary survivor gave me the opportunity to share my story and help educate women on the importance of annual mammograms. I know that I have indirectly saved lives, which is why I saw my position as a spokesperson as just an extension of the public service that I am so passionate about. It's important to remember that setbacks, failures, and tragedies, no matter how painful they are a part of life. The difference between stumbling blocks and stepping stones is how you use them. Lastly, I promise, I'm almost finished. Lastly, I will talk about mentorship. Find one and be one. Mentors can come to you either solicited, meaning you seek them out, or they seek you out. Some mentors will approach you, and when they see that there is something in or about you worth cultivating. What I encourage you to do if you're in search of a mentor is don't just walk up to the person and ask them to be your mentor. 9 times out of 10, the person will say yes, because let's just be honest. It's a compliment if someone sees you as a mentor. I would suggest instead that you research them and know what they're doing so that you can offer to help them in some way. When I was trying to learn to be an engineer, I asked my engineer if I could take some of their duties. I followed him around the station, and anytime he was fooling around with the apparatus, I would help him. What this shows a potential mentor is that you're willing to get in there and get your hands dirty. It also builds a relationship of trust, and now that person sees that you're worth cultivating. Mentorship opens the door in so many ways. It gives you access to resources and can really boost your career. And don't forget to give back by being a mentor to someone else. It works both ways and each are fulfilling. I think that's enough advice for one day. Since I'm standing between you and your well-deserved badges, I'll just end with this. Today is a great day, 97th Academy, an exciting day, a culmination of 18 long and demanding weeks. By all means, this is your time to celebrate. But let today be a milestone, not a destination. Congratulations to all of you for a job well done, and now go be great, as I know you will. Thank you.